I installed DeepSeek on my computer so that I can run DeepSeek locally on my machine without a need for internet connection, and it's great. And in this episode I'll show you how you can also have it running on your local machine. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Juma Shafara and I'm a data scientist at Raising the Village and instructor at Data Idea. And this year, I set out to help people become data scientists by covering data science concepts in a simple and intuitive way. So, if that is interesting, just subscribe and anywhere where there is a follow or subscribe button so you can keep uh, on track. All right, so it's very, very simple to have DeepSeek running on your computer. You just have to open your browser and go to this website, ollama.com. And Ollama is a tool that we can use to run these large language models locally on our computer. We don't have to worry about some technical details on how to set up, and just to say there are many other ways to install these large language models, but Ollama makes it super easy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to install Ollama on your computer. So when you go to ollama.com, you just click on download, and that takes you to the download page, and you'll see some instructions for your operating system. I'm using Linux, so they tell me to install with this single command, which I can just copy, and then I paste that in the terminal. Now me, I have already this installed, so I don't have to run that. But yeah, you will have to do that thing for your operating system. On Windows, I think there is something you'll download and then execute that. Once you are done installing Ollama, you can just come back to the home page. You'll see menu, and there is models, and in this model section you'll see DeepSeek R1. You will see also other large language models like Llama, like Phi, like Mistral. Okay, so we just want to go to DeepSeek, and once you are on DeepSeek's page, you want to do one thing. You want to first select the number of parameters you for the model that you want, and these parameters increase. As you can see, they increase the amount of data that you'll have to download and run, and therefore it also means that your machine has to have specs higher as you climb the ladders. So if your machine is weak, 4 GB, around the 4 GB RAM, something like that, you want to begin with 1.5. But if you are like 8 GB, 16 GB, you can try out 7B and 8B and 14B. I think from 14B you want to have maybe 32 GB beyond. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll just copy this after selecting my number of parameters. For this, let me just use 7B. I'll just copy this little thing, and then I can run that in my terminal. So I will open my terminal, and then I can paste there that. Okay, this is good, and then I run. Now once I press enter, it will download this model and install it for me. And me, I've already done this before, so it will just open the model so that I can begin interacting with. Okay, so if I just run that, it will check for the model and set it up, and now I can just begin to interact with it. If this is the first time you're running it, it will first download, okay, and then it will provide you with an option to interact. Otherwise, I can send a message like hello you, and then it begins to respond. And nice thing about this is that you can also get to see its thought process. Okay, for example, if I ask it who is uh, Jeff Bezos, you can get to see its thought process saying, all right, the user asked this and that and stuff like that. And therefore you can understand how it manages to come up with a particular answer. And this can be a good thing if you are like a programmer and you have a particular problem that you're trying to solve. Okay, you will see its thought process, so you can understand where it is coming from to give you a particular solution that it has given you. All right, this is very good, and I'll just stop here for now. Thank you. Bye. Good luck installing your DeepSeek model and follow for more.